This is Total Outdoor Programming.
Hey everyone, this is Marty from Total Outdoor Programming, and we're just going to do another video. This is a quick how-to on putting up a tree stand for deer hunting. This is a double ladder stand that I like to use with my wife and my son, take them out hunting, and sometimes they go out just the two of them together also, but works also if you're just going by yourself, gives you a little bit of extra room. They're fairly easy to put up. One thing to keep in mind each year, this one I've had for years, you want to go through and double check all of the bolts, make sure everything's still looking good. I replace the straps every other year just to make sure that they're not getting too weathered and wearing out. And just make sure if you're using a brand new tree stand that you follow the instructions that's provided in the kit to make sure you set it up properly. These little pins that go in between each one of the leg sets, those are really helpful to keep it together when you're putting it up. There's nothing worse than getting halfway up and all of a sudden a leg pops out and you're trying to balance a huge thing. And another thing to keep in mind when you're doing one of these double ladder stands is always have some extra help with you for putting these up. They're not horribly heavy, but they are kind of cumbersome to get up there, so having an extra set of hands really helps out a lot. You can check some of the different products that they've got out now too that help in assisting getting these up. Those are really handy, but best thing I can say is make sure you've got a second person with you for putting these up too. Even on regular tree stands, it's always good to have a second person just in case something happens. Keep safety in mind, make sure you check everything out. New straps as often as you can afford, and we'll show you how you set this up. This is the site that we've decided we're going to go ahead and use, and if you have any questions on how to pick the best site for your deer stand, we do have a video that you can watch. Now the first thing I'm going to need to do is clear some of these branches out to make room for the stand to lean up into. If you have a chainsaw that's on a pole, those things are really handy. That would be a good idea. If not, just bring a ladder with you, have a friend with you for safety to brace the ladder. The next step we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and carry in the tree stand, and we're going to have it facing down with the actual stand legs closer to the tree and the stand itself out further away. So that way when we lift it up, it'll lean right into place. This is where it really helps to have your extra person with you because it is dangerous lifting these up. There's a lot of weight and it's very top heavy. Once you get it up there, you want to double check and make sure that everything's set up the way you want it. And I actually am going to readjust this one here a little bit because I'd like to get it closer to that tree trunk that's on the left-hand side of it. That way I have a second bracing to lean it against. I'm also a right-handed shooter, so that helps open up the side to my left for more shooting opportunities. So now that I've got it up here in this position, I'm going to go ahead and jump on it just a little bit, kind of put some weight on it to drive those legs into the ground. So next I'm going to go ahead and bring the bottom brace and slide that over to the tree. That's the bar that's hooked about 4 rungs up on the ladder, and I'm actually going to ratchet strap it, adjust it so it fits all the way out to the tree as a good brace, and then ratchet strap it all the way around so we've got a good foundation between the ground and the brace pole going to the tree. Another thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and bring any extra strapping that you've got, wrap it around the tree a couple times if possible, and go ahead and tie it on. That way it'll keep it from flapping in the breeze. You want to try and keep anything that would be abnormal locked down so it's not drawing any extra attention than it has to. And then at that point I'm going to have my friend help hold on. Dave's going to help us out on this one and brace it on the bottom while I carefully climb to the top. As soon as I get to the top, you want to go ahead and strap in with the safety harness. So then we're going to go ahead and ratchet strap one ratchet all the way around the tree from one side of the stand to the other side of the stand, as close to the tree as possible. Get that secured down, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a backup ratchet. I always like to use 2 up top just to make sure if something happens I've got a second one bracing it. Okay, now that we've got that done, we're going to go ahead and start trimming this out. You want to keep cover in mind, but also clear your shooting lanes so you don't have a disastrous single limb that costs you a great shot on a buck. Go ahead and trim everything that seems like it's going to be blocking a shot opportunity, but make sure you don't trim so much that suddenly you're just sitting on a telephone pole out here. So we'll go ahead and trim this out, and then we're going to give you a view from the top, let you see what it's going to look like when you're hunting from there, so you can see how we've got our shooting lanes opened up. Okay, so just go over everything, make sure that it's all secured really good, and trim everything up, make sure you've got those shooting windows where you need them to be, And above all, make sure you pay attention to safety during the whole thing. If you guys have any tips or suggestions that you see that you'd like to add, feel free to leave them in the comment section or just send us an email. And as always, if you like what we were doing, just hit subscribe so we can keep the videos coming for you. All right, thanks a lot and good luck hunting this season.